begin today? Do we start with the PS5 Pro and how you're never, ever going to be able to afford it?
Yeah, that's probably a good one to get me started. Yeah, we can work our way up to that. Might make future rants a little more entertaining. So this is good because now this will taint everything I have to say about anything else today. Because goddamn you, Sony.
The curmudgeon is going to come out early today. This pulls up. There she is. The PS5 Pro was announced. Welcome, PlayStation 5 Pro, the most visually impressive way to play games on PlayStation. Okay.
Is it?
Sounds great, right? On next week, late next week, September 26th, pre-orders will be available.
Oh, good. You pre-order.
We would like to welcome the PlayStation 5 Pro to the family. I haven't even watched this yet.
Oh, a preview review on a bullshit digital-only console. I love it.
Well, yeah, it's digital only. Whoa.
There better be holograms at this price.
Enhanced with holograms?
Pretty solid beat. Not gonna lie, this promo would be much better with the with a little cosmic jive in the background. Just me.
Yeah.
Shameless self-promotion. Hit me up, Sony. Actually, don't. You know what? Pay me in a PS5, and I'll do it. My whole
price
catalog
point is something.
And my firstborn son. That's what it'll take for me to get one of these PS Pros. And I still wouldn't even have a damn disk drive. So I wouldn't technically own anything that I own.
Yep.
This is wild.
No disk drive.
Am I going to have to start
PS5.
paying the cable company $1,000 for them to send me the DVR box? Because that's it feels like this is what we're doing. And while we're here, as Headbug points out, I don't get why it's better. James, I don't really know, what is it that's going to be so much better that won't require you to also buy a brand new upgraded television, right? In order to do these new
You better have a nice television. You better have a nice system. TV. I get made fun of a lot for this take. I am all disk drive all day. I have to have it. I don't trust. They're starting to delete stuff. Like they were pulling Concord games off your PS5s. Like I'm not about it.
Yeah, if they ever decide that certain PS2 games are no longer worth putting back up, not going to matter to me because I've got them. I've got the discs. It's a bunch of bullshit. I'm all physical media. So it sounds like we're all on the same team right now in the chat. What up, King Josh?
Hey, what up, Joshua? Thank you for joining.
Upgrade your eyeballs to get the new PS5. Yeah.
Upgraded GPU. 67% more compute units is a lot of big words. Advanced ray tracing, AI-driven upscaling. Great. You know how much I fucking love AI. Other enhancements include a PS5 Pro Game Boost, which you can apply to more than 8,500 backwards compatible games. Not if you have a disc. Not if you have a disc, folks. Latest wireless technology, Wi-Fi 7. That'll do it. That'll do it.
And it's wireless, so it'll just not work at random times whenever it wants to.
Yeah.
Great.
The
headphones.
The PS5 Pro is consistent. It's the same height as the original PS5. That did it.
Maybe I'm just an old man because I lost this fight at Carnage Media as well. Shit. We went to wireless damn near everything except for the headset. Because guess what? What's recording my voice, thank God, is not reliant upon Bluetooth and Wi-Fi because that's always the first shit to go out. I am old school. Give me the cords. I will buy a couple of those Velcro straps, easy for me to say, pal, to keep it from becoming a rat's nest. But I want the integrity of the actual cords. I don't necessarily need everything to be goddamn wireless, so that way it works half as well half the time. It's not. It's not the big draw that it was to me a few years ago. The only place where I really can't ever go back is probably the wired headphones, because I was one of those dudes who lost so many pairs of good headphones to a doorknob or a coat hanger, because I would have them on too often and they get destroyed. So I need my Bluetooth headphones. I don't need or want my gaming console to be wireless. I'd rather be able to plug it in and put games in it that will work, even if, let's say, for instance, my internet is out for a day and I would love to.
We know how often my internet cooperates.
Yeah, right.
My internet works all the time.
Wouldn't it be great to use the thing that you spent $1,000 on, even if the internet was out for a couple hours? Like, what if you just wanted to play Tombstone on Blu-ray, which you should all have at home, and if you don't, that's okay. We'll work on that. And then you could just sit there and watch that for 2 hours, but no, you can't, because you don't have a disc drive, and you can't even play Spyro the Dragon, because you also, I forgot, won't have internet or a disc drive. So I rest my no further questions, Your Honor.
Headbug says we should just drunk straight counsel downloading games straight to our brains. Elon's going to try to do that. That's his end game. He's on board with that. That's why they got the $200 PlayStation 5 controller. How using Bluetooth? No pulling up a headset. We haven't even got to the best part. Comes out November 7th, 2024. PS5 Pro will be at a suggested retail price of $700. In a typical move, they'll go $699.99. Yeah, that'll trick you into realizing it's not $700. What up, bite-sized bikes? Drive safe. Thank you for joining us.
John, get into the right lane before you hear the price of the PS5 Pro. I don't want you to get into an accident. Are you ready?
Yes. All right, you're in the right lane. Let us know.
Get into the right of way here. It's $700. And guess what? No disc drive. Okay, James, as you were saying.
$700. Kev, you are not able to afford this. We not being able to afford a PS5. You are never going to be able to afford this.
I can't understand why you would want it. How much is the regular PlayStation 5? Isn't it like $600 right now?
Oh, it's
I would rather have that and have the hardware. But again, you know, in order to make a PS5 worth my money, personally, I have to invest in a new television as well. It's another reason I'm not,
John had to pull over. He's
beat myself up. I'm on the shoulder throwing up. I should have, that's why I'm not too stressed out. I'm just sitting at home playing NCAA football 14. Just pretending I'm in the dynasty with all the rest of you guys. You know, that's all I'm doing. But yeah, exactly.
Brand new. Yeah,
it's like a
digital only. Digital only PS5 is $450, which we're anti-digital only. A regular slim PS5 right now is $500.
Really? That is such a ripoff. Like, that's crazy, the fact they are saving so much money, and I don't know how much, but they're saving more than like $50 to not have the hard drive. That's all you're saving. I thought the whole point of these digital only consoles was to give a lower point of entry for people who didn't have the money to get in. If I don't have $500 to get in, buddy, I don't have $450 to get in. What the fuck are we talking about? Anybody who spends money, I feel like, would agree with that. That's just something I've always had in mind. If you're willing to spend $400, you're probably willing to spend $500 to get the right thing, right? Like $50 isn't going to make or break anybody's decision. So it's not even at an accessible entry point. No. And then you're getting ripped off like further and further as the consumer, because everything becomes online. It's all digital only. It's all predicated on you're required to pay the PlayStation Plus, whatever, monthly premium. They got 3 fucking tiers for that now. So you can't, if you're like me and you just, you can't just sit down and waste 4 hours in Far Cry 5 because you don't fucking have it. So like, what?
Can't do it if you don't have it.
This is disgusting to me. The fact that digital games cost the same amount as a hard actual physical copy of a game, maybe that's not on Microsoft and Sony as much as it is on the developers. I don't really know who to blame for that one, but it feels similar. Like this should be cheaper for me if I'm not getting as much for it. It just feels like a ripoff. I guess I took the scenic route. I know John's got a long drive home, so I'm trying to fill some air here. Yeah. But what I meant to say, to make a short story long, that's a fucking ripoff.
Yeah.
The PS6 will be digital. What's that?
I might think about it. Of course, they've been getting torn apart over this, as they rightfully should.
I've been
extremely negative reaction. I don't really buy the pros. I've never done that. But this even if I was buying this, like this was the PS6, I'd be like, God damn, man. In this economy, in this universe right now, where my eggs cost just about $3 a dozen.
About time eggs got their deserved value. That's right. Finally, appreciation for eggs.
A lot of people think because there's not an Xbox Pro essentially coming out that they were able to price this how they did and think they could get away with it.
Are they really doing that well? Am I the only stubborn old man who has just planted his flag in the ground and says, fuck that and fuck you, I will not be spending this money on this console until it's priced more reasonably? That's the other thing. Now you've got this PS5 Pro version. Like, at what point does the digital only PS5 that's not the Pro become affordable? Like,
does that fall down to $200?
Yeah, like once this one pops out, how is that one not $300? I mean, because isn't an Xbox Series S right now like $200 to $300?
Series S is
like, it's getting real hard to rationalize not just moving over to Xbox. I feel like for just a general consumer, and not those of us who were brainwashed into multiple decades of Sony
S
loyalty, which was a one-sided loyalty, by the way. Fuck you, Sony. Sorry, go ahead, James.
That's 512 megabyte Series S for looks like 300. Yep.
Way to get a cursing jar out here, James. Too many F-bombs in the last 2 minutes. I'm going to pull back.
You could get two Series S's for under what you're going to pay for that fucking thing. Oh, boy.
Yeah, so you could get the Series S and the TV upgrade you need for the price of this.
Yeah,
it's great.
But look at the lines. Look at those 3 lines that are on there. It's worth all the money.
Yeah, this system is for the folks that pre-order EA Sports games or Ubisoft games. You know what? Like, for the kind of people that like this kind of thing, this is the kind of thing those people like. So go for it. Have at it. Give your hard-earned money to people who have not deserved or earned it. I'll be sitting in my retro room playing my hacked Nintendo Classic and my PlayStation 2. All right, maybe a little Xbox 360 whenever I see the Bite Size Sports Discord popping off. Everybody's talking about their college football dynasty, and so I'll just put it up on a screen and play mine from 10 years ago and pretend like I'm in there with the boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to that. Great for Nintendo, because Nintendo's going to introduce. The rumor is they're going to introduce the Switch 2 this fall. Nintendo now knows the price point to avoid. Don't price it at $700.
No, Nintendo's going to price it at $300, but then only make 19 of them and be like, "Oh, sorry, the secondary market."
The secondary market kill you.
You'll be selling your house to get a Nintendo Switch. I never understood that.
People do it, man. It's crazy.
But I guess I'll take that over this. At least I have some faith in the Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah,
maybe it's time. It's time I finally cave and buy. I haven't had a Nintendo. I have not owned a console beyond the NES or the Super Nintendo. It's been ever since then. It was like Sega Genesis. Then we were Sony all the way. Eventually, You know, I'd sneak an Xbox into the house when my mom was on vacation. You know, I'd be like, hang on, no one can know about this Xbox.
This has got to hurt you. This has got to hurt you. You were a Sony guy.
It's brutal.
Mom worked at Sony. That was big for you.
It was in my blood.
My blood. Feel it in my loins.
No more Sony. Ain't my kin.
Oh, shit.
We're a Switch family now. Look out, Super Smash
Switch
Bros.
2. Go Switch 2. That's where you're going.